Today we're going to talk about production budgets, and we'll look at the Yutani company, which makes novelty toys, robots that combine 1950s styling and current technology such as voice recognition. This is Roger. Hello, Roger.
Hello, narrator.
Now, the term budget is actually a shorthand term to describe a variety of budget documents. A master budget, for example, is a set of interrelated budgets that constitute a plan of action for a specific time period. A master budget contains both operating budgets, which help establish goals for a company's sales and production, and financial budgets, which focus on the cash resources needed to fund expected operations and planned capital expenditures. The production budget shows the number of units to produce to meet anticipated sales demand. Its requirements are determined by the following formula: budgeted sales units plus desired ending finished goods units minus beginning finished goods units equals required production units. Now, why is that important? Well, a realistic estimate of ending inventory is essential in scheduling production requirements. If you have excessive inventories in one quarter, that might lead to cutbacks in production and employee layoffs in a subsequent quarter. On the other hand, inadequate inventories may result in either added costs for overtime work or in lost sales.
Warning, we lost sales.
Roger, I was just making an example.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Let's see this formula in action. Let's say the Yutani company estimates that in 2014, unit sales will be 12,000 in quarter 1, 16,000 in quarter 2, and 20,000 in quarter 3 at a unit selling price of $30. Management desires to have an ending finished goods equal to 15% of the next quarter's expected unit sales. So we need to prepare a production budget by quarter for the first 6 months of 2014. Okay, so let's get started. First, we'll plug in the information that we've been given. We'll put in our expected unit sales for the first and second quarter, like that. And next, we need to add our desired ending finished goods for each quarter. But where does that number come from? Well, we know that management desires to have an ending finished goods inventory equal to 15% of next quarter's expected unit sales. So for Q1, we're going to take 15% of 16,000, or 16,000 times 0.15, to come up with 2,400 units. Now let's do the same for the second quarter. We need to calculate 15% of Q3's expected unit sales, which we know is up here, 20,000. So 20,000 times 0.15, or 15%, equals 3,000. Okay, next step, what are the total required units for each quarter? Well, this is pretty simple. We just add desired ending finished goods to expected unit sales to determine our total required units per quarter. For Q1, this is 14,400, and for Q2, adding those together, it's 19,000. Now we need to subtract our beginning finished goods inventory. To determine our beginning finished goods inventory for a quarter, we use the expected unit sales for that particular quarter, not from the next quarter like we just did. So for Q1, we calculate 15% of 12,000, or 12,000 times 0.15, and we get 1,800 units. For Q2, we calculate 15% of 16,000, number we get up here, which comes out to 2,400 units. Okay, we're almost done now. Next step, what are the required production units for Q1 and Q2? For each quarter, we simply subtract beginning finished goods inventory from the total required units. For Q1, this number is 12,600. And for Q2, this number is 16,600. Now we add these two together, the required production units for Q1 and Q2, and we come up with 29,200, which is our answer, the number of required production units for the first 6 months of 2014. Okay, so summing it up, an accurate production budget such as this allows the Yutani company to have confidence that they will have enough robots to meet upcoming demand for the first 6 months of 2014, which of course makes Roger a very happy robot.
We will meet anticipated sales demand. Go Yutani. Go Yutani.